I would like to thank Caressa McKnight for sending me this particular story. And I can't believe I'm doing a video about George Zimmerman, or should I say George Killerman. It's been so long since I've done a video about him, but it just shows that this just goes right into his typical trolling behavior, trolling nature that he's been doing ever since he got let off back in 2013. But I'm probably going to a little rant towards the end of this video, because it's just some things that got to be said. But anyway, George Zimmerman has now been trolling people again on various dating apps. Like, he has gotten booted off every last one of them that he has been on. Let me go ahead and read this article. It says, after getting booted from Bumble, George Killerman is now using a fake name on Tinder. George Killerman, a local child killer who was acquitted for the murder of an unarmed Trayvon Martin back in 2012, has now resorted to using a fake alias on the dating app Tinder. According to screen grabs obtained by Creative Loafing Tampa Bay, Killerman is now going by the name Carter and describes himself as a self-employed consultant and a Liberty University graduate looking for carefree fun. His profile also says he enjoys hiking, fishing, the outdoors, takeout from Longhorn Steakhouse, and unsurprisingly, he would prefer to avoid large crowds. I bet he would, because the people know what he looks like. And it's crazy too, because like when you're looking through all these pictures, it's like he has so many images of himself like all over the damn place. But anyway, let me keep on going. Other possible interests not mentioned in his profile include bragging about killing a kid at a local bar, threatening to feed a man to alligators, getting fined for stalking, pointing a shotgun at his ex-girlfriend's face, and getting arrested for suspected domestic assault after reportedly throwing a bottle of wine at another girlfriend's head. Killerman's relationships with dating platforms haven't been much better. Back in February, the 35-year-old was booted from the dating app Bumble for apparently violating their terms of service. In his Bumble profile, Killerman referred to himself as a jury consultant with only a high school education who loves cake pops and is looking for a mature woman. He has also been known to lurk on OkCupid and has previously gone by the name Jorge, but arguably Killerman's worst violation of all is his constant use of the exact same opening line where he talks about one of his best dates and how he went ice skating and busted his ass. Now I'm going to read to you what the opening line says. He says, "Hi, you're very pretty. I'm fairly new on here. It's led to a few cool women and some great dates. One of my best dates was going ice skating for my first time ever. I busted my ass quite a few times. She burst out laughing each time and the ice kept me from bruising. What's your best/funniest first date been?" To which this person replied, "There isn't a special dating app for like you and Casey Anthony." So basically, he used that same line on every woman that he tries to talk to on these various apps, to the point where now people have caught on to what and who he is. That's why the person responded the way that they did. Okay, that was the whole article right there. Now let me get into a little, I guess you could say, a little mini rant. This stuff right here would not be going on if Killerman's ass would have just gotten convicted back in 2013 for the murder of Trayvon Martin. That so-called justice system, or that court system down in Florida, wherever that trial was held, couldn't really drop the ball. If his ass was in jail right now, we wouldn't even be talking about him at this point. All the stuff that is happening right now, it would not be happening. And you want to know what's so crazy? I don't know if I want to say I slightly feel nothing, or I feel slightly something. I do feel something for the black community, because we were greatly affected by it, especially when it first happened. And you had people coming out and saying, "Oh, well, Trayvon Martin this and Trayvon Martin that." Every time his name was mentioned in that same breath, the word thug came out of it, and they completely omitted what George Zimmerman had done prior and leading up to that. If anything, George Killerman was the true thug. Like, his rap sheet pretty much proved it, but it's amazing how they kept that under wraps while the whole thing with Trayvon Martin was going down. And they just focused on Trayvon Martin, being suspended from school, or flipping the bird in pictures, or wearing a grill in his mouth. That's all they ever kept talking about. Or smoking weed. That's all they kept talking about. And how much you want to bet that some of the same people that's probably being mad about what George Zimmerman is doing now and how much of a troll he is are probably some of the same people that said all that stuff about Trayvon Martin and was probably on the support team for George Zimmerman when he got off. All the evidence was there and they still didn't convict his ass. That's why we are in this position that we are in today. So if y'all really want to get mad and point the finger of blame to some people, pointing to the people who failed to convict this man, because he could have easily or should have been found guilty for what he did. Now we are all stuck with him. Like I said, I only feel something for the black community because, like I said, we were greatly affected by it on a national and on some extent a global scale because it got international attention. But for all you outsiders and you co-colonizing coons, I feel nothing for you. I don't give a damn how much this thing is a nuisance to you. I don't care how much he annoys you. Y'all were on his bandwagon when everything happened because y'all were just so convinced that what the media said about Trayvon Martin was true. It just had to be true because lamestream media put it out there that he was this thug, that he was this degenerate, that he deserved everything that happened to him, and that George Zimmerman was this innocent person, which was some bullshit. Now y'all are seeing the error of your ways, that this guy is nothing more than a murderous troll. And I think that he's always been that way. He's immature as hell. He's childish. But he's still a murdering ass motherfucker at the same time. And he will get his. We just don't know when the hell it's going to be. Notice in his profile, he said he doesn't do large crowds. So this guy is trolling from within the confines of his own personal space. That people said someone probably doesn't know where it is. He probably has the location turned off so no one can find him. But he goes around trolling people, and I read his little calling card for you. That's how people know that it's him. And he goes out and he creates multiple profiles. For all y'all know, knowing this right now, y'all could be communicating with George Zimmerman and you would never know. Because it's so easy to catfish people nowadays on these social media sites. But the fact that he keeps getting kicked off of all of these dating apps lets you know what kind of a person he is. He is a narcissist. He is an attention whore. I don't know what it is. Did he not get enough love growing up? This is just his way of quote unquote acting out? I can tell you like the next person, I can't stand George Zimmerman with every fiber in my being. But for those of you who hopped on his bandwagon to go against a deceased child back in 2012 and 2013, don't get upset now, because I realize that a lot of people's tunes have changed since then. I read those comment sections now. If they would have put something up on George Zimmerman now on not USA Today, but Yahoo, those comment sections will go completely against what George Zimmerman did. They will speak in the same tone as I'm speaking in right now, maybe even more intensely. But if you take it back to 2013, 2012, and you have a comment section that's in an article on Yahoo related to George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin, well, y'all already know what it would look like. Completely different. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.